The city of Roskilde, why should you visit it? Well, because it's great for a day trip, and let's take a look at why. Is this what did I drink back then? There's something they found out on the bay right behind me. That's a myth. Right behind me is one of the best museums here in Roskilde, and a museum you should visit. While heading in towards the city of Roskilde, let me just explain that Roskilde is an old town. It can trace its roots back to the Viking Age, and that shows in this town. It shows it has been around, but it also shows to be a modern town. So, well, let's head in there and head for the first attraction. The first stop on our trip is the building right behind me. And why is this building so special? Well, it's actually the main cathedral here in Denmark. It is the church that has most kings and queens buried, and it is going to be the future burial site of our current queen once her time has come. For now, we are happy to have our queen on the throne. Walking around this historical building, you can actually imagine it has been here for oh so long. It stood finished back in 1636, and since then it has been the main burial site for our royal family. It is even open to the public, so you can get in there, take a walk around and see how special this church actually is. I do recommend it because it is definitely worth a visit, and it's not like other churches. When you walk around in there, there's a special atmosphere, and that atmosphere comes from the royalty in there, who is displayed so freely. But take a visit, and right now I will head down through the park to our next destination. While walking down to our next must-see site, I just came by this little spring, and what's so funny about it is today you're not allowed to drink the water, but back when I was a kid I remember that we drank that water ever so often. That makes you think, what did I drink back then? Right behind me in this ugly building, you will find our first museum that is worth a stop when you visit Roskilde. And what is inside that museum? Well, there's something they found out on the bay right behind me. There are ships from the times when Danes ruled the sea, and no, I'm not talking sailing ships. Oh, they are actually sailing ships, but I'm talking back from the Viking Age, back from when a man was a man and he has an axe in his hand. And no, they did not have helmets with horns. That's a myth. And in the wintertime, it's only the exhibit over there that's open. It is beautiful with the beautiful backdrop of this entire bay out here. And in the summertime, there are a lot of activities on the island just past the bridge I'm walking on right now. There are people building ships, there are ships sailing out and in, and I'm talking Viking ships still, so it is definitely worth a visit, and it is definitely worth to come by here to see the Danish history, the Danish Viking history. And just a little practical information. If you're here in the wintertime when it is not fenced off and you have to buy tickets to get in here, then well, the toilet's right on the island next to the Viking Ship Museum, and it is nice to know when you need them. The next must-see attraction is not this. It is just off the main shopping street. It actually runs parallel to the main shopping street, this street, and it is just behind the big cathedral. So it is fairly easy to find, and it is what makes the city perfect. And it is, of course, the City Museum of Roskilde, which is right behind me, right there. And it is definitely worth a visit. The history of the city, and they often have some special exhibits, which makes it even better because it is not the same visit every time. For example, right now they have an exhibit about garbage and how we can use garbage. And well, in a month they have another exhibit, so when you get here they will have another special exhibit. And that is what makes the City Museum of Roskilde such a great experience. It's a new visit every time. It is one of the biggest but still hyggelige museums in Denmark. Right behind me is one of the best museums here in Roskilde, and a museum you should visit is the Museum Ragnarok. It is a museum devoted to popular culture. It's a museum devoted to music, to rock music, to modern music, to youth culture. And I have just been in there for the first time. It was such an experience. What I can say about it is they have an area about music, very good about dance, the development of popular culture. Then you walk into an exhibit about Roskilde Festival. Yes, in Roskilde we got Denmark's largest festival. And I will start with the sad part. Back in the year 2000 there was a tragedy out there. In this museum they have a commemoration for that. If you come here, go by the commemoration and read up on that story. I don't want to bore you with all the details. I just want to say it put some scars in the entire Roskilde Festival. Then we can move into the joyful part of Roskilde Festival, because there's also many joyful parts. And there are many fun things to know about Roskilde Festival, which this museum will show you. Furthermore, there is a little bit of a carousel, a record player you can lay down on and just spin around while you listen to music. Actually quite a fun experience while you look up in the ceiling on, well, a mirror. So you can look at yourself in all the dressed glory. And the museum ends up with a bit of an exhibit about, well, it's a Danish band called TV2, but it is also about how music was recorded from back when they were sitting in a toilet and just recording in there, to modern day where we are having great studios, we are having big studios, we are having all this special sound. There's even an oddity in there, an old iMac. See if you can spot it in this picture. But let's move on, because Roskilde has more to offer and we will get out there. The reason for you to get all this way outside the city center, all the way outside the city, even on a rainy day, is this. And you might ask, why a piece of wood? Why is that so special? Well, it's not just a piece of wood. It is the entire troll Ree who's sitting here fishing her fish. And these trolls, there are many of them scattered throughout, and this is number 64. They're scattered throughout Denmark, there's some in Holland, and there's even some in the United States of America. So you can find it, if you are in the US, you can also find the troll. But this troll is special for Roskilde. It's the only one of its kind, and it is made entirely from recycled wood. And that is the reason why you want to get a little bit outside the city center. And if you want to know more, you can experience in the vicinity of Copenhagen, within 1 hour of Copenhagen, then check out my video here from Hedeland. It is also a nature area that has been reclaimed and, well, man-made out from a gravel pit. So check out the episode right there.